What's the play? Hit your boy up. Your boy Big C-No. One more again. Your boy Big C-No. Hitting you right back up early this morning. Man, before I even go to bed, get my steps in. Make sure everything running right. But we need to discuss this. Because I feel it's only right. As soon as I get information, well, the draft ain't gonna happen until a couple more weeks. If you talking about my fantasy football, they ain't even played a preseason game. So, word around the campfire, as I just checked my email, when I got back in the crib, I said, oh man, I had this yesterday. Well, what I learned was very clear. That Joy Taylor has been rejected by every sports network. They before she even requested like any type of job, they sent message to her agent to let her agent know they're not interested. And one of the major people on that list was ESPN. And they cited reasons for their actions. And it had nothing to do with the controversy. They said even though the controversial natures of whatever's happening, that don't help, they just feel she has not had enough experience. Even though she's worked 10 years as basically in Fox Sports 1, they saying that once she had a show on her own, she seemed to not really be able to push the numbers upwards. So they don't see a reason of pairing her with anyone when they don't see the innate value. Now, if this is me, I'll put her in a bathing suit and stick her in front of the camera every every episode. We'll get the numbers. I think this is a matter of them not wanting to deal with Joy Taylor based on they believe what was said in all of the claims that was made by the lady that she basically slept her way to the top and slept her way on to Fox Sports 1. Now, there's a lot of things I'm going to share. A lot of women are jealous of Joy Taylor. And one thing women don't like more than anything is another woman sleeping her way, or the assumption that a woman is sleeping her way to the top. She has a podcast show, Too Personal. It wasn't doing well when it started. It alienated men. And that's just not how you do a podcast show. If you're just going to cater to one sex. Half of the people that follow Taylor Rooks are men. And that's what she's like. I feel like we kind of dogging the men out a little bit, and we kind of making this all about women. But we dog the men out, never holding women accountable for anything. You know, I feel like majority of my fan base are men. And they were upset with some of the things that were said on the show. And they were basically your statement. A lot of guys are cool with Joy. Like, they cool with her. Like, she's one of the homegirls. But she has a little crew. And in her crew, they seem to follow this pattern. And this pattern is predicated on going out and grabbing men, but being independent. But here's what I don't understand. It's cool to be an independent woman until the check comes. Oh, I could pay for my own. But if she wants this cookie, he needs to pay for it. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. What's independent about that? It sounds like the man is being independent. It's hypocritical. You just think a man's supposed to pay for your looks. Superficial, right? But all those trips you was taking, posing in the sands or the beaches on your vacations, back in 2015, 2013, you weren't going there because of your independence. You was going there because of your brother, your big brother, who's married. Okay? He was paying your way. He was still paying your way when you was working at Fox. He said, come on, we're going on vacation. You can come with us. And there you want to get your little modeling pictures up to build up your social media profile. All of a sudden, you want to show your cans, your boobies, every shot you get. Why? Is that for women? Or is that for men? Because you want men to thirst over you, to boost up your profile so that you can get endorsements. So it's hypocritical, Joy. Now, I like you. Like, you cool people. I met you, you know sports, you talk sports. You just, sometimes you get way out of bounds when you're wrong. But the narratives and the truth are all the same. Sometimes. And in this case, it just happens to be. Can't have it both ways. All right, somebody take Joy out to dinner. We sitting at the dinner table. She was like, well, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't really need a man to do too much of anything for me. I pay my own way, pay my own bills. You know, I got a broadcasting degree. I went to college at University of Miami. As soon as that bill come, I'll be like, oh, well, that's wonderful. Bill show up, I'll be, can I have an independent bill? And she will independently pay for her. Miss Independent. I love it. You see, you can't be Miss Independent. And all these super Miss Independent women are miserable and alone. Tracy Ellis Ross. She got a new show about her traveling around talking about she a baddie and trying to get young guys while she in her 60s. That's what being a baddie is about. Wait until you're 60 to try to get you somebody that's 20. Before they get you 80. Nah. Sorry. These guys who's young is looking at you as a jump off. And you thinking like, okay, cool. I'm going to do it in reverse. So if it was wrong for men to treat women that way, older men going after these young women, they sick. Why is it okay for you to do it? Miss Independent? And you such a baddie, that's why you alone. Miss Baddie. She bad. but nobody want to mess with her. But she bad though. Oh, they got their cat missing. See, that's what happens when you let your cat go out like that. Calico, the missing cat. Oh, that cat ain't missing. That cat was lunch. Them gators didn't tow that damn cat up. They was like, Calico? Yeah, that gator was, good old Calico. Gators didn't tow old Calico up. Gotta pay attention to y'all cats. What the hell was he doing outside? See, that's because y'all don't take care of y'all pets. Y'all just open the door, let them run and roam, and that's it. So now I hear Joy Taylor is finna pivot and do something else. She's like, I'm gonna take a break. Because her agent's telling her, look, we got some things that you could do that's not gonna be in the realm of sports. Okay? Sports field for you is dried up. Okay? They don't want you to do nothing with sports shows no more. So you talk about other things, right? Well, of course. I'm a woman. I'm an independent woman. I can talk about anything. People they love me because of my independence. No, Joy. People love you because you got some double D's. They see them D's, motherfucker D's. Rosie Perez. And yes, it relieves the stress. Looking at you, you passed the performance test. So she's coming out with something else. She came out with this whole thing to try to spin it into her favor, because it's gonna come out that nobody wants her. So what she's gonna do is, I'm gonna take some time off and get away from sports, and I'm just getting a little bored. You know, I love it because I love my job. It's just that all the other things in the office is just so stressful, and it just makes me, you know, it just makes it like I don't want to do that right now. So okay, you go do the next thing, but it won't be on ESPN. They don't want her. All the other sports, maybe she could do bar stools, but they don't. I heard they don't want her. No, they don't want her for none of these sports shows. So she's gonna have to start her own, or do something like get her entertainment deal, or get her be Judge Joy Taylor. Yeah, I'm the judge. Next one comes in, please. That's what Ebony Williams did. Somebody paying this wench to be a doggone judge. Woman said she couldn't date a bus driver unless he owns the bus. I'm like, do you even know what a bus driver makes? I don't need to know. He's a bus driver. I'm like, he could own the bus, you dumb wench. But this, what do you expect? Superficial woman wants to be Miss Independent, but her husband divorced her and left. Why? You so bad. Why these men getting up and running away from y'all? Gabrielle Union, she couldn't get married till she found the sucker in D Wade and cleaned up her nasty, filthy image of being a skank. Who else was there? Right? But let's look at them. You got Sanaa Lathan, right? She can't get a man. You think all these men don't want Sanaa Lathan? This is Sanaa Nathan right now. Like, you get Nathan for that. Why? Because they've been hoes all this time. And now when they get 50 and 60, they're going to want to settle down. Vivica Fox, she's too much of a baddie. Now she wants a man. I want a man now. I'm like, you 60 and Botoxed up. Now you ready to settle down? I don't think so. Sorry, don't want you. Tyra Banks. Well, she's tied down. Tyra always finds some French. She's a model, so she's always been in the industry working. But think of them, they all in the industry like that. So now Lathan ain't the only one. You got Taraji. Got a lot of them in there. They think they got the right one, but then it don't work out for them because their antennas broke. Because they're not thinking about, let me get a family. Let me get the person that's right for me. Let me try to build with this person that can help build our family, our career, our situation. Right? You look at the successful ones, they're married. Their situation is under control. And they have more peace and harmony when they marry. Haley Berry, another situation. She went out the country and got one and got played. One, because a man don't like to not be a man. All right? When you try to stop a man from being a man and try to make him conform to your I'm Miss Independent, when that doesn't even mean anything. It's like, okay, well, what does that mean? You're independent in a relationship? How is that supposed to grow? How are we supposed to grow if you're trying to be independent in a relationship? How is that supposed to work out? Now, being Miss Independent just says, I want to have my cake and eat it too. I think by now, y'all should know when I say breaking news, I break the news. I don't just say breaking news for clickbait, like some other people do. Every video is a breaking news. Nah, I don't do that. Sorry, not here. Now, yeah, see, when Jenny Buss was selling the team and nobody knew, and except for me, put it on my Patreon months before it happened, 2 days before it went live, I dropped the video to y'all. Then they announced Jenny Buss is selling the team. Nobody knew but me, right? How would I know that information? And no one released it. I must know somebody. Oh, Joy will be back. She just won't be on ESPN. From what I heard, they sent her a letter before she even tried to come in there. Sent it to her agent saying, we're not interested, and so don't even like attempt to come this route. And a lot of people have done that, like reached out to the agent. But apparently, because we just got this information, they've already known for months. Like Joy knew, I'm gonna tell you when you know, when it's all found out. There was a meeting that was held um, about the future of the company and the network and dealing with this crazy lawsuit that was made public. Joy Taylor was to just basically go on as everything, don't acknowledge any of it, and just keep moving as everything is everything. Do your regular routine. We'll reconvene at the end of the season. Your contract negotiations talks, we'll have that later. Let's let this thing die down and blow over. So everybody's piling on Joy. It's a big firestorm. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, all of a sudden, out of the blue, Joy is on a vacation. She's taking her vacation time. She's with her family. She's taking pictures of herself. And she's eating a corn dog that's getting a lot of attention. And they looked at it as it's provocative. It's not something that would happen on the network. They don't say anything about it. They wait till she comes in to start work that Monday. It's like she wasn't even contacted. They just said, we want you to come to the office before you go to work. She steps into the office. They tell her about what she did over the weekend and said, this is just too much. We're uncomfortable with it. This goes against the guidelines. We're going to have to suspend you. So when they suspended her, it just is what it is. And it's too much politics going on at the job. So basically, they're trying to paper trail her out of the company. That's when I knew Joy wasn't coming back. I said, oh, she ain't gonna come back. They're not gonna renew her deal. No way. But they can't fire her now, then it'll be oh, you just believe the man. Oh, the man gets to do whatever he wants and they fired a woman. Charlie was suspended pending an investigation. Then the second lawsuit came. Then they fired Charlie. Once the second woman came, Charlie was fired. So now it's like Charlie lost his job. They ain't gonna let the white guy go down alone. Everybody's going downtown. Well, they settled with her. See, it's the thing is that because she worked there, she knew a lot. She said a lot. Now, some of the stuff might have been exaggerated, of course, but they settled with her and her team, and they settled with the other woman that used to work there. Because they already know they dirty as the South. Sometimes it's cheaper just to pay and just have it dealt with. And have them wrapped up in so many damn NDAs that they can never do anything other than, again, now you can go around, do whatever you want, and they have to be subservient to NDAs. Now, they say one little thing, you could sue them forever. If they mention the lawsuit, sue. You see, that's what happened, and I seen it at a company where a woman won her right to go back to work, and they had to pay this woman handsomely. They didn't like that one bit. So after they paid this woman, they said, hey, that's enough. Hold on. They felt they paid this woman enough. She came back to work. They didn't like the fact she was at work. They was, what is she doing here? They were not happy about her being there. So they tried to paper trail her to have the perfect excuse to fire her. To put her on a job she's never done before. That's very complicated, just so she could screw it up. And every time she screw it up, give her one warning, and after the one warning, write her up. So every time she got one warning, she screwed it up. The boss, the supervisor, who was my supervisor, who hated it, had to write her up. And I'm like, why would she want to come back here? It didn't make any sense. I'm like, you won the money. I'm like, you won the money. And she like, it's like, you can go back to your job. I'm like, take the money, go work somewhere else. She's like, I like my job. I'm like, I'm not finna go back to the people I won money from. In less than a month, she was fired. 3 write-ups within 30 days. Well, everyone's gonna think, because of how things are situated and how they are set up, that that's gonna be the narrative moving forward. But it's not necessarily true. The majority of the people of the public and their perception of you is key. So Joy, who's built her social media up off of men, if you look at Joy Taylor's chart, Miss Independent, you got more male followers than female. You have 73% males following you, not female. 73% of your followers are males. Why? Because you're putting out your body in bathing suits to pieces, putting those big double D's up on the screen so people could see it. You know what you're doing. Like, I'm just expressing myself and showing my confidence and my glow. No. You saying, look at this. What rich man want to come take me out and spend money on it? And your whole podcast, you was exposing it all. And effing money. They've been using that over your head forever. I'm going to give you the time of your life. You want me to treat you like a princess boy? Oh, I'll do it. And I'll give you the time of your life. It's like, really? On your own podcast show, you made yourself sound like an escort. And your niece, who loves you to death, this what you gonna tell her? This what you gonna show her that it's like to get to the top? And you gonna say, don't do it like your auntie. Now, your former husband that you were married to did not like the fact of how he was viewed as an abuser, woman beater, and all these things that you painted him out to be. I don't know the guy, so I don't know if he did or didn't do it. All I would say is That's the guy that somebody like Tasha K would end up grabbing and cutting him a check, and he probably want to express himself. Last I heard, he's with somebody else, and he's very much happier than he was when he was dating Joy, whom she allegedly was with when she took the job and left Miami and went all the way to California and was cheating on her husband with Charlie, as it was stated in the lawsuit. So it makes a lot of sense of how she was able to be rerouted, and her brother didn't have anything to do with it. So where'd you get that money from to come up there and reroute yourself to California and work for the network without being really on any show? You're just a floater. A floater is somebody that they bring in, who they sign on a temporary basis, like a 10-day contract or what have you. And a floater job is to basically just go around on other shows. They had Ebony B. Williams. She was on Undisputed. They had Alex Curry coming in on shows before they say, okay, well, this person has a personality. Let's give them a show. Now, other people make it off of journalistic integrity. Some do not. No. No. So allegedly Charlie came in like, yeah, I'm Charlie. You can start tomorrow. Charlie wanted to get his dicks in. Yeah. Charlie rolling the dice. No, because most people don't get it. They don't seem to understand when we start talking about getting it in. And oh, there's some Patreon stuff that I cut out of this video that y'all gonna hear about only on the Patreon. We're not discussing that public. But let's just say there was a coach in the NBA that Joy Taylor liked, allegedly liked, okay? Because we don't know if that's true or not. But she allegedly liked this coach in the NBA. Coach's wife, they're all at a gathering. She's talking with the coach, right? They're going over things. And it was a young coach. They're talking about sports and whatever, and because of their vibe or whatever, because of whatever outfit she got on, he's there at the event with his wife. And the wife was very uncomfortable, I heard, with Joy Taylor and Joy's intentions, or what she believed Joy's intentions were. Now, I will go into detail on the Patreon only for that. So if you VIP Patreon, morning. If you're VIP Patreon, then you'll find out what's going on there. I'll fill in the pieces for you. Patreon gonna be hot. We got a lot built up from the first live that y'all missed earlier today that y'all probably should have called. Somebody said that something, but it's not what you think. You're right and don't even know how right you are. You're right and wrong at the same time. But I'll let y'all figure that out. You're right but wrong. To the guy who said what he said, you're right but wrong. You're right and wrong at the same time. Now, when VIP Patreon, we'll wrap that up. So, Colin Cowherd, I the one broke the news that he's moving here to Chicago. That he's already here. He's running the herd from Chicago. That's why he's not in the studio. He got a new Fox deal. See, that's what I'm saying about breaking news. If you're gonna say breaking news, break some news. Don't just say breaking news for clickbait. Because then we all know you front. You know somebody like that? Every video is a breaking video? Breaking news every video? Wow. You gotta break some news first. That means be first. Be right. Well, we'll find out. So, anyhow, shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HDII TV, 78 Sports TV. Don't forget to join the Patreon. It's your boy Carcino for life. Hit the like button. Cash App is Carcino. Karceno. And I am out the door. Enjoying my Florida weather. Now I gotta shower and go to bed.